Well, if you'd seen our predictions, we definitely didn't see that one coming a few weeks ago. No, I think we thought it was going to be difficult for Arsenal against Aston Villa. We know what a top side Aston Villa are, and the fact that they have had results against top sides, and the way that Emery is so tactically astute. So I think that one maybe, I didn't see a loss probably, or I think I predicted a draw maybe for that one. But obviously the Liverpool result I think was a real shock for everybody. So yeah, I still think there's more twists and turns in this. I know we all say, well, Manchester City are just going to go unbeaten until the end of the season. But I think when you look back at previous seasons, that in those latter stages, Manchester City have dropped points before. So I don't think it's all lost for Arsenal and Liverpool fans. They're probably going to be really disappointed this morning, but I still think there's going to be more twists and turns. Yeah, Mikel Arteta seemed disappearing down the tunnel there. He changed the system that had worked so well recently.
He didn't drop Jorginho for Gabriel Jesus, Declan Rice, Kai Havertz. Perhaps playing deeper, certainly Declan Rice. What did you make of that decision?
It's a manager's decision to try and come up with a tactic and a team that is good enough to beat Aston Villa. Aston Villa's formation and the way that they play is difficult to play against, so you can understand why he did change it. The big thing is that we're talking about his decision-making after one game, not over the course of the season. You're going to get it wrong at times, and whether he got it wrong or not is still debatable because the first half performance was good, but Aston Villa did what they had to do in that first half and was to not cling on, but stay together as a unit, stay together as a team, and try and make things as difficult as they could. This is something that is so harsh in football, isn't it? You think you're making a decision for the good of the team to go up against a formation, and it doesn't work. That's the harsh reality of being a manager at the top of the table. It's almost a year to the day since Arsenal drew at West Ham. They'd drawn to Liverpool the game before that, then drew with West Ham, and then the drop-off really started.
Yeah. Is there a fear that history is going to repeat itself here, or if you're half full, which I know you always are, Nolan, that they have learnt from this and will banish the demons of last season?
Full. You know exactly what I'm going to say here. What Chris said in terms of if you look at the first half performance, they actually played really well, and you just thought if they'd have scored then, if they'd have been clinical when they had those opportunities, it might have been a different game. I know we're going to praise Aston Villa, which we will do later on, but when you look at that performance, it wasn't a bad performance. I think we've all said this season that Arsenal look a different outfit. They look like they have learnt from the experiences of last year. The fact that at the moment, touch wood for them, that they've got everybody, or pretty much everybody, fully fit, so they've got that squad depth. We were saying in certain games they've been able to rest and rotate players. You've got that really strong, solid base of Saliba and Gabriel, which they obviously miss Saliba a lot in that run-in. So yeah, I just think they played against a very good Aston Villa side that got their tactics absolutely spot on, but I think they'll bounce back from this. Yeah, I guess there's two ways of looking at this because I have to respond quickly because Bayern Munich away in the Champions League quarter-final is on Wednesday. Two ways of looking at this. If they go out, then they've only got the Premier League to concentrate on. There was a thought yesterday maybe there was a bit of fatigue in some of those legs out there. Or go and beat Bayern in their own backyard and suddenly that confidence and that momentum is with them again. Yeah, the big thing that you can't do in a situation like this, and it goes for Liverpool as well, is you can't suddenly believe that you can't win things and you can't win the title and the season's over. You are going to be tired towards the end of the season. There are going to be heavy legs out there. But it's how quickly you can get that energy back into your legs, and that'll be the job of the Arsenal staff over these next couple of days to make sure that they try and re-energize this team. You'll get re-energized by winning games. I know that you look at Arsenal's form going into this game, but sometimes you just hit a bit of a brick wall and you go, we need a little bit of something to wake us up, and maybe that's the wake-up call that they needed. But it's going to be a tough game going into Bayern because Bayern don't have to focus on the Bundesliga. That's done. We know Bayer Leverkusen have won that league now, so all their eggs are in that basket, whereas Arsenal have still got to play the balance.